Manchester United have been left unfazed by one of their top targets' £100 million price tag ahead of the summer transfer window, according to Football Insider. Man United have their eyes set firmly on qualifying for next season's Champions League, the remaining 7 matches, having been put in a strong position to do so by caretaker manager Michael Carrick. The 44-year-old has proved to be a stunning interim appointment for Red Devils decision-makers, leading the club up to third in the standings ahead of Monday night's Premier League clash with Leeds United at Elland Road. United are leading the race to finish the top 5, the Arsenal and Manchester City, with Carrick and his men now knowing that a top 5 finish will be enough to secure Champions League football for the first time since 2023. Off the pitch, work is already starting on transfer targets and who the club will look to bring in during the summer window, with Givmer Sports sources revealing that, as well as strengthening in central midfield with potentially 2 new faces arriving, United could also target a left winger, right back and striker if certain players leave. According to Football Insider, despite links with the likes of Monaco's Magnus Aklush and RB Leipzig's impressive young sensation Yundi Omondi, United's dream left-wing summer target is Aston Villa's Morgan Rogers. The England international won't come cheap though, with the report claiming that Villa value their prized asset at £100 million. It isn't a figure that has put United off though, with Carrick and Director of Football Jason Wilcox known to be big fans of him, having worked with him at Middlesbrough and Manchester City respectively in the past. One sticking point could be Villa's reluctance to sell should they qualify for the Champions League themselves, which they are currently on course to do, as they lie 1 place and 1 point behind United in the top flight standings. It was reported on Saturday that United are looking for a player on the left wing who is similar to what Amad Diallo has been on the right, and Rogers would be that and even more. The 23-year-old has been outstanding for Unai Emery's men and since his move from Middlesbrough in 2024, establishing himself as one of the best attacking players in the Premier League. Sky Sports pundit Jamie Redknapp went a step further by labelling him as one of the world's best players, as he continues to make a huge impact at Villa Park. In 115 appearances in all competitions for the Midlands club, Rogers has 27 goals and 24 assists, and looks to be a shoo-in for a potential spot in Thomas Tuchel's starting she for England at the World Cup this summer. United could add him to an already impressive-looking frontline, alongside the likes of Benjamin Sesko, Brian Mbeumo and Matheus Cunha. They would be in a good position for a big campaign next season. Michael Carrick has informed Jason Wilcox he wants Aston Villa ace Morgan Rogers brought to Manchester United in the summer, and why a deal is likelier than you might think has been revealed. Carrick is working wonders as interim manager of Man United, and according to our colleagues over on Team Talk, the expectation is he will be appointed as the club's next permanent manager. Perhaps with that in mind, Team Talk insider Graham Bailey also delivered exclusive news on Carrick's grand plans for the summer. It's no secret Man United will spend heavily on at least 2 new central midfielders at season's end. However, fans of the Red Devils should not sleep on what's going to happen in the left wing position. Reports from respectable outlets, such as the Times and Telegraph over the past few days, have confirmed Man United are among the cluster of high-powered clubs looking into a deal for Morgan Rogers. Aston Villa don't wish to sell their 23-year-old England international, though the club's financial situation may necessitate a painful choice. With that in mind, United boss Carrick has reportedly recommended Man United act decisively and bring Rogers to Old Trafford. That recommendation was made to Director of Football, Jason Wilcox. Aiding Man Ut's cause is the fact Carrick previously managed Rogers during their time at Middlesbrough. In Carrick, Rogers knows he'd be playing for a manager who has total and unwavering faith in the attacker. On the subject of cost, Villa are determined to extract maximum value, and if possible, they hope to secure a club record fee surpassing the £100 million they received when Manchester City signed Jack Grealish. Strengthening Villa's resolve lies at regard is the fact they'll owe Middlesbrough 20% of the profit they make from Rodgers' sale through a sell-on clause. A 9-figure transfer would also smash Man Ut's all-time record too. United's biggest buy to date remains the £89.3 million re-arrival of Paul Pogba way back in 2016. Chelsea and Arsenal also in the picture for Rodgers, but as we've so often seen in recent years, if Man United go big in the transfer market, they very rarely fail to get their man.